Yo, YouTube, what's happening, Kings? What's good, guys, man? What's happening? Hey, man, before I start the video, man, y'all tap that like button, smash that notification bell, and subscribe. Go ahead and give me that. Let's run it up. You know what I'm talking about? So, tonight's video is going to be about the type of woman for a high value man, for a king, for a god, for a top G, for a Mac, for a high status man. You know what I mean? A good man. You feel me? All of the above. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm always, making videos about, simps, tricking, cucks, and all that type shit, right? Because, I usually talk to you guys about, well, guys out there that that are lames and suckers and servants and, they're very submissive to these women out here and, they're very sycophantic to these women, man. You know what I'm saying? Kissing their ass, putting them on a pedestal above themselves, that type shit. So, this video is going to focus on the type of woman that you want to be involved with. Like, what is the ideal woman? You know what I'm saying? Well, the ideal woman, number one, in terms of attraction, on your attraction scale, your attraction scale should be a 7. 7 is a sweet spot, you feel me? Like a 7, 8. I would say even an 8, you know what I mean? But the 9s and 10s, you know what I'm saying, they come with problems. Most of the 9s and 10s, you know what I'm saying, they mostly like, the birds and 304s and hoes and, type shit. Because they just know they look so good and so attractive. They feel as though they get the top 1% of men and this and that or whatever. And even these 4s out here and 5s and the average looking women think they can do the same. So imagine a 9 or a 10, you know what I'm saying? So with a 9 or 10, they're going to be so superficial in their beauty. They haven't really done any shadow work. They haven't really done any introspection of themselves to really work on themselves and become a better person. They don't. Very few 9s and 10s do personal development. Like, they don't grow. They're not very mature. They don't, learn from their lessons in life. You know what I'm saying? They just get by because, aesthetically, everybody worships them and give them a pass just because they're fucking beautiful. That's their power. So as long as they got that power, you know what I mean, they're not going to be, one of the better ones unless you just find a unicorn, you know what I'm saying? And that's very rare. Like, have you ever seen a unicorn in real life? Well, there you go. So you want to get a 7 or 8 because a 7 is still beautiful, but she's not like dynamite like a 10. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you what a 10 is. A 10 is a woman who's tough. Like, she just bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, she looks good from when she wakes up in the morning, no makeup. All she do is brush her teeth, style her hair, maybe a little lip gloss. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what the fuck they call that shit. Just very little makeup, right? I'm talking about no weaves, no lace fronts, none of that. Like, just naturally, she looks good. No concealer, no foundation, none of that, right? She looks good. First thing in the morning when she wake up, all day long, and then when she goes to sleep at night. It's the same. When you look at her, it's the same woman. That's a 10. Her face on 10, her body on 10. Like, her face is a 10, she's beautiful, and her body is a 10. Like, that's a motherfucking 10. That's a dime. You know what I'm saying? Now, a 9 is close to a 10, but she still got to, like, she still has to do something aesthetically to make herself look good. I'm talking about a 10 is all natural, no surgery. No BBLs, no lip injection, none of that. No boob jobs, nothing. Like, naturally, she's just a fucking 10. You know what I'm saying? Now, a 9 comes close to that, but maybe she had to lose weight. Maybe she had to, get surgery or some type of shit or whatever. But there's going to be some type of augmentation to be a dime. Now, an 8, you know what I'm saying? Or a 7, she's pretty. She's sexy, right? She's not ugly. She's very attractive. But at the same time, she's not so attractive that, that she's a 10. Like, maybe her face is like an 8 and her body's a 10. Or maybe her body is an 8 and her face is a 10. You see what I'm saying? Like a 7'8" is like an average type chick. You know what I mean? And maybe, you know what I'm saying, when she put on a little lip gloss, maybe some lipstick, maybe at the most, some mascara, whatever type shit they call that on the eyebrows or whatnot. You know, go to the salon and really get dolled up. You know what I'm saying, with a nice hairdo, but still natural, right? And now she looks like a 9. You know what I mean? That's what you want, like an adjustable 7 and a solid 8. That's the type of woman that you want to marry, because she's happy in the fact that she looks, that you look at her and she's happy at the fact, 8 and a 7, they're happy at the fact that you look at her and get turned on. Like, she gets turned on by your validation. Like a 9 and 10, they don't really get turned on so much by your validation because they're constantly getting validated. But a 7 or 8 don't give a fuck about the other guy's validation except for yours. You see what I'm saying? Because basically you've done the work. Like, if you do the shit I'm talking about in terms of getting your shit together, faith, fitness, finance, fashion, females, then you put in the work to the extent where you're a very attractive man. And since you're a very attractive man, like a 9 or a 10 type shit on a woman's attraction scale, because let me know. Okay, we talking about your sexual market value, right? And I've told you this many times in other videos. Women give men their sexual market value, right? So when a woman sees that other women are checking for you, boom, you got high sexual market value. Like right now, I still got high sexual market value. And I'm in the prime of my life. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I still get people calling me Slim Thug. I still get people calling me Michael J. White. I still get people calling me John Jones. I still got people calling me Shamar Moore from SWAT. And even when he was in Criminal Minds type shit. Like, even when I was a teenager back in the day, I used to get chicks used to call me LL Cool J type shit. In other words, my whole life, you know what I'm saying, people have been likening me to celebrities type shit, whether it be an actor, like Common, I've been called Common too, all these type celebrity motherfuckers, right? Well, I'm already a fucking celebrity. I'm just not, you know, on that mass A-list just yet, but you know what I'm saying, I'm getting there. You know, I got that movie on Tubi. I just had to throw that out there. But anyway, my point is, I have high sexual market value. So when a woman sees a man of my caliber like myself that gets turned on because I'm looking at her, that's what an 8 does. That makes an 8 feels good. You see what I'm saying? Because she's getting validation from you. You know what I mean? So in terms of looks, you want her to be an adjustable 7 and a solid 8. With the 9s and 10s, I would just say smash and pass. Like, you really don't want to wipe them up because their validation comes externally, not just from you. You know what I mean? So I got my list here. I'm going down the list, and I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm going to keep it pushing. Now, ideally, you want a woman in her prime, because if you're doing the work, right? If you're doing the work on yourself, and I know my audience, right? I got some Gen Zs and millennials up in here, right? So the Gen Zs, y'all still living at home. You're in college right now. You're working on yourself. So maybe you're in school. Maybe you're playing college football, basketball, or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're in law school. You know what I'm saying? Med school type shit or whatever. Or maybe you're in a trade school or whatnot. And, you know, you're becoming a carpenter, electrician, businessman. Or maybe you just out here, you know, doing your thing online. You're an entrepreneur. You started your own business or whatever. So you're grinding right now. So a woman can see that, and they're going to be going after you off of your potential. You know what I'm saying? Because you really haven't manifested the financial independence just yet. Maybe you still live home with your parents. Maybe you got a roommate with your homeboy or whatever. Maybe you stay in your dad's, you know, attic or basement type shit or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But if a woman sees that you're on your grind still, like you're on your purpose, you know, she's still going to fuck with you. Now, if you're already in your 30s, you know what I'm saying? Now you're in your career, you know what I'm talking about? And, you know, now you got a path, you know what I'm saying? So now you're starting to save, you're investing, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you got a portfolio type shit. You well into it. And for my guys, my Gen X guys, like you're already in your 40s, 50s and whatnot, so you're already solid. You know what I mean? But, and I'm giving context and I'm setting this up to say that the type of woman that you want to deal with is in their prime. Because a man reaches his prime 40s, 50s, 60s. Like most millionaires are like in a late 50s, mid to late 50s, 60s. You can Google this shit and look it up. You know what I'm saying? That's when men are really in their prime and zenith. Excuse me. So, having said that, if you're in your prime, right, you want a woman in her prime, in her 20s and what, 30s. See, a woman's value is up front, 18 to 29. But let's break this down. From like 18 to 25, 26, that's the prime zenith. You know what I mean? Like everybody wants them. They look good, they firm, they young, you know what I'm saying? They fertile. You know what I'm saying? They're very feminine. They don't have a lot of, damage and scars type shit, like emotional scars, and they haven't dealt with a whole lot of men, hopefully. I don't know, but today these females out here wilding out, so you gotta take that with a grain of salt. But basically, the younger a woman is, the less mileage she has, right? The less body count she has, right? The less emotional damage she has, you know what I'm saying? So her value is still pretty high, you know what I'm saying? So with that said, from 18 to 25, 26, these women are out here, they're dating, they're meeting a lot of guys, they're outside, they're having a lot of fun type shit. You want to stay away from those type of women, right? You want a woman that's like early to mid 20s, that's in her early to mid 20s. That's not really outside like that. That's not in the clubs. That's not, doing these girl trips and all this kind of crazy shit. You want a modest woman. You want a woman that's like chill. She down to be like home, Netflix and chilling. Making dinner together type shit. You know what I mean? And not outside with her girlfriends and not doing these girl trips and going to Jamaica and getting massages on fucking canoe boats, you know what I'm saying, by these dudes and getting rubbed the fuck down. You want a homebody type female, a young female at that. I still believe in the half a man's age plus 7. So, like, let's say for my Gen Zs, right? If you 20, all right, she should be 17 because half of 20 is 10 plus 7 is 17, right? Ideally, that way it's still socially acceptable. And let's say if you're 30, then she should be what? 22, right? If you 40, 27. If you 50, 32, and so on. If you 60, 37. You see how that works? It's still socially accepted because, women mature physically faster than men. You know what I'm saying? But men mature mentally. You know what I'm saying? We hit our zenith like early 40s. You know what I'm talking about? So it's still kind of weird. I did a video on this. I might, I will put the link in the description box below, thoroughly explaining the half a man's age plus 7 ideology. And no, I'm not Muslim or none of that. Like that formula didn't even come up from a Muslim. But I got the idea from watching a Malcolm X movie, and then I checked it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, where did it come from? I did some research on it, and it's actually a thing. Both physiologically and scientifically, you know what I mean? In terms of, maturation between men and women, it just works. All right. You want a woman that has a characteristic of she was raised to be a wife. So, you want her to be from a 2-parent household. She was raised by her father and her mother. She has a great relationship with her father as well as her mother, but especially her father. She's got a healthy respect for men. Okay. And even, she has a great relationship with her grandfather. Like some type of a male figure in her life, whether it be, especially her father. You know what I'm saying? And she has a healthy respect for masculinity. And she understands the polarity on how relationships work between the masculine and the feminine. Like they balance each other out. These type women, they tend to make very good partners in relationships. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they do. They just do. They tend to make better girlfriends and wives or whatnot. Okay. Another point I want to make, that she's domesticated, right? And I know a lot of women don't like that word. It kind of rubs them the wrong way, but I don't care. You know what I'm saying? She's domesticated, meaning she cooks, she cleans, you know what I'm saying? She takes care of the household. She beautifies the home. She likes preparing her meals, that type shit. So if she was raised to do that, to cook, clean, and to take care of the house and to beautify and to, uh, decorate it, like with flowers and all type shit, that, that feminine touch, that's the type of woman that you want to be with, you know what I'm saying? You also want a woman who has a healthy mindset. Like she's fit. Like she goes to the gym, she works out, she does yoga, Pilates type shit. You know what I'm saying? She takes care of her body. She eats right. You know what I mean? She eats a balanced diet. You know what I mean? She's not eating out every night. She likes to cook. She's not eating fried foods all the time. Like she eats fruits and vegetables, and she recommends and cooks healthy meals for you to be strong. You know what I'm saying? So you want a woman who's health conscious, basically is what I'm saying. These are the type of women you want to deal with. Instead of the women that's always outside drinking, smoking. Like if a woman drinks excessively with alcohol, she gets drunk to the point of intoxication, or she got a damn fully stocked bar at her crib. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro. Because basically when a woman drinks, more than likely she smokes too. Because it kind of goes hand in hand. Like I like to drink wine. Sometimes I smoke cigars, this and that. But it's like drinking and smoking, it works in tandem with each other. So you want to stay away from those type of women, because that habit comes from that habit of drinking and smoking comes from what environment? The clubs type shit. Meaning she was always outside. She picked up those habits from being out in the club, out in the streets type shit. You know what I mean? So you want to stay away from those type of women and be with a woman who doesn't drink, who doesn't smoke excessively, that drinks like water and natural juices and shit like that. Occasionally some wine here and there, or nothing. You want to get with a woman who doesn't drink anything excessively to the point of intoxication, and that's very light when it comes to alcohol. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of woman you want to deal with. Also, you want to deal with a woman that really respects you. You know what I mean? And that should be a given, but you want a woman that has the utmost respect for you. That she addresses you in a soft tone. She's feminine. You know what I mean?
Especially a woman who doesn't curse all the time.
You. She pauses and listens to you. She don't try to cut you off. She's not snappy with you. She don't have no, you know what I'm saying? She don't have a slick mouth. She's not, talking back, as it were, or whatnot. You know what I mean? Maybe she calls you daddy. Maybe she calls you something sweet like that. A lot of the women that I've had in my life, whether it be my fiance, my ex-wife, my living girlfriends or whatnot, or any woman that I took seriously or took me seriously, they always end up calling me daddy for some reason. And I didn't tell them to. It's like, this is just something they do. It just happens to be that way. So if they call you daddy, you know what I mean? They call you not just bae and baby, that type shit. But if a woman, I don't know, daddy keeps coming to mind. If they call you that, they really respect you, because now that means they're really looking up to you. Like they see you as that authority figure, like their father, as it were, subconsciously. You know what I'm saying? I want a woman who's submissive. That's right, submissive, cooperative. She's fit. She's fun. She's friendly. You know what I'm saying? She provides you with peace. She provides you with pleasure, right? She don't never tell you no, unless she's, on her cycle or whatnot. But even then, she still top you off and make you feel like a man, you know what I'm saying? And want to please you or whatnot. Like, she gives you access to her body 24/7 without question, you know what I'm saying? Like, she just tells you, just put it in. She just roll over and say, just put it in, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Like, she always ready, you know what I mean? Open up to receive you. Because when a woman is ready to open up to receive you, that means she really respects you. So the more a woman gives her body to you, that's a very good barometer or gauge on how she feels about you, you know what I'm saying? So we'll go with that. You want a woman too, man, that doesn't have a lot of female friends, that's not always outside, you know what I'm saying? Like the hyena clan, that's always looking for, validation from her friends on decisions. Like she consults her friends, for decisions about you, in y'all relationship type thing. Like if a woman has to consult with her friends to make a decision, then no. If her friends don't respect you, she don't like you. If her friend don't respect you, that friend does not like you, and that her friend is going to influence her, because a woman's friend or friends, they all share some type of characteristic. So if her friends has a power to influence you, to influence her about you, it's not going to work out. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be with a woman that doesn't allow her friends' influence to override your decisions, override your authority. She won't let her friends disrespect you. She won't allow her friends to talk down on you. She won't allow her friends to say anything, you know what I'm saying, detrimental to y'all relationship. You know, that's like some real diabolical type shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, be careful about that. You want a woman that's like, she's so into you that you're her best friend. She consults you for like decisions. She confides in you, you know what I'm saying, her darkest secrets, that type of thing. She respects your input and your guidance, your leadership type thing, you know what I mean? Not the hyena clan. So we'll move on from that. Another thing, man, the type of female you want is a woman who don't have social media, bro. Unless you know what I'm saying, she has a business type setup where all she posts is about her business, like she uses social media for marketing her business, that's cool. But if she just on social media looking for attention and validation and, you know, her latest outfit, her last trip, food, that type of thing, and she always taking provocative pictures, she don't have you on the social media, none of that. You know what I mean? And if she has multiple social media, Snapchat, Twitter, I don't know, people still do Twitter, but Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, motherfucking TikTok, like she got all this shit. Come on, bro. She doing too much. This too much. She want too much validation and attention, and you're not giving her enough. Like she's seeking it elsewhere. You just a placeholder for her until she, you know what I'm saying, is able to monkey branch because of her hypergamy. You try to find someone better in her own stupid mind, right? That's those type females. You know what I mean? Stay away from them. Social media is like one of the biggest causes of infidelity right now, to date. You know what I'm saying? And you want a woman who's modest, bro. Who's not a thot, who's not a 304, who's not a hoe, who's not a bird, bro. You know what I'm saying? She don't have the kitty cat print showing everywhere she go and her cheeks out. She don't have her titties hanging out, you know what I'm saying, or cleavage all the way down here, you know what I mean? Like, she not dressed like a prostitute, you know what I mean? When she outside and you're not with her, she's modest, you know what I mean? You know, she's a woman in the streets, but you know what I'm saying? She's that porn star for you in the sheets. That's what you want, bro. You want a woman that when you come home, she got the little booty shorts on, you know what I'm saying? Cheeks hanging out, the little boy shorts or whatnot, or she got the negligee on, she got the lingerie type shit, that she wear that shit for you. That's what you want. You know what I mean? While she cooking for you and just looking around the house and walking around the house in the bed, she go to sleep with that shit on. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. You don't want a woman that's like, you know what I'm saying, dressed like that outside for everybody else to see. It's for your eyes only. So I'm already 23 minutes in, man. I didn't want to make this too long. But fellas, man, these are the characteristics that a high value man, you know what I'm saying, are going to look for in these women. These type of women you want to settle down with, man. Who's monogamous for you, that's into you, that sees you as that dude, that guy, that top G, that Mac, that high value man, that good man. You know what I'm saying? And when you find her, well, no, not when you find her, when you attract her, right? You keep her, man, you wife her up, and you keep her pushing, or you lock her down. You get into a long term. Make sure it's her idea, though. Don't be too relationship focused or you're going to turn her off. You know what I'm saying? But don't play around with her. You know what I mean? Like, observe her for at least a year. Minimum 1 year. I would say probably 2. But minimum 1 year, and then an engagement for another year. So 2 years. Excuse me, before y'all get married. But I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, man. You already know what to do, man. Like, share, subscribe, like my shit, share my shit, subscribe to my shit, and comment on my shit. See you guys next video. Peace. Yo, man, I had to spin the block and come back, man, and give you some more pointers, man. It hit me, right? Bro, the type of woman you really want to be with too is ideally a virgin. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you want to put her in a wife position. That's like the highest honor, right? If you're going to wife a chick up, you know, make sure that she's a virgin. Especially for my Gen Zs and maybe some of y'all younger, like millennials. You know what I'm saying? So if this woman is like 18 to like 25, 26, like, you know, that age bracket where I was saying that's their best years, like, make sure she a virgin, man. You know, I talk a lot about the modern women over here and how, you know, the Western society has really been permeated with feminism and all that. Like, I really like foreign women. You know what I mean? Whether they Caribbean women, African women, French, you know what I mean? Just foreign, because they tend to have, you know, a better mindset in terms of being a wife or whatnot. But if she's a virgin, bro, you hit the jackpot, because she's pure. She hasn't been tainted, you know. But if she's a little older, let's say 27, early 30s, you know, the next best thing is for a woman to have a body count less than 5, because it's been a scientifically fact proven that when a woman has a body count of 5 or more, she can't, you know, pair bond with you. Like, she's not able to bond with you long term, especially, you know, in a marriage, monogamously. You know what I mean? It's like they're not able to do it because of microchimerism, spiritual bonding, you know, with sex, with that sexual energy exchange that I talk about. Like, they picked up the DNA and the characteristics of too many men, and so now their mind is distorted because it's too much, you know, interference, and they're pretty much a repository at this point of DNA from all these other men. So you want to avoid women with a high body count. So that's why you really got to do your research, bro, to see if these women are 304s, prostitutes, whores, birds, you know, whatnot, all those adjectives, you know. You want a virgin or a very low body count of 5 or less, or less than 5, actually, you know what I mean? Which would be ideal. Now, you know, if they're over 27, you know, and if they've been outside for a little bit, you know what I mean, and they've amassed a body count, these women gonna end up getting pregnant. You know what I mean? So if you got a woman that's never been married and she has a kid or child or whatnot, so maybe, you know, you can give her a pass, you know, as a single mother type thing. You know, I would be very weary and careful with that. You know, maybe she made a mistake because she was young and naive, and, you know, and got knocked up. Perhaps, you know, be very careful with that. Like, you know, like I don't, you know, not all single mothers are bad, but I think if you already have a child yourself, you already have a child, and she has a child, then that could be a union. You could blend that family together. But if you don't have any children and she's got a child and wants you to be the stepfather, I don't think you should do that. Like, you shouldn't be a stepfather, you know, if you don't have your own children that you haven't sired yet. You know what I mean? But if you already have a child, she has a child, okay, great. You can blend that family. You know what I mean? So ideally, you want a woman who don't have any children. Like, you make your family, you start your family with that woman. That's how that goes. You know what I'm saying? But if a woman got, you know, 2 or more children from 2 or more different baby daddies, you know what I mean? 2 children, 2 different baby daddies, and more, and more, and so on. She for the birds, bro. She's a bird. She for the streets. That's community pussy right there. She just letting everybody pump and dump. She got no sexual discipline, and she can't bond with you. She gonna cheat on you and keep it pushing. So those are the type of women you still want to avoid. This is why it's ideal for you to be with a woman that's a virgin, bro. And good luck trying to find one of them. That's like a unicorn. But maybe you can find one overseas somewhere, or a woman that's like just moved here from another country trying to get her visa, you know, her citizenship, or her residency, or whatever. But, you know, good luck with that. I'm just trying to tell you, like, what's ideal. You know what I mean? Ideally, a virgin 7'8" and foreign. You know what I'm saying? Or so disciplined through some type of spiritual belief system that she's preserving herself for marriage. And until I find such woman, you know what I mean? I attract such woman. I'm holding out, bro. Like, I've been married before. I'm willing to do it again. But, man, I've acquired so much knowledge over the years, over the decades, man. It's like, come on, man. I just can't do it, bro. I can't do it. I know too much about female nature and how they rock and how they moving out here, bro. And you just want to protect yourself from liability, because at the end of the day, a woman has to be an asset to you, bro. She has to bring a return on your investment. She has to be a return on your investment. You know what I mean? She has to meet you. She has to reciprocate. I talk about meet all the time. She got to meet you with her money, her emotions, her effort, and time. And she has to give you a return on your investment, because you're going to be investing your money, your emotions, your effort, and time into her, right? And sex is not a payoff. It's just a consummation. You know what I'm saying? It jumpstarts the relationship of intimacy and bonding type shit, but it's definitely not a payoff. She got to do shit for you. She's got to invest in you too. So those are the characteristics, man, of the type woman you need to be with, man. So I keep saying I don't want to make this video too long, but I think it had to be long, because this is something that had to be thoroughly explained, and I had to give my perspective on it. So pardon me for being my wife beater, man. I'm going to go ahead and shut this down and go to sleep after I edit this, and that's it, man. I'm going to see you guys next video. Peace.